Another bush mechanic cooking episode coming up. This is a mulberry tree. You can see all the mulberries that's thrown on the ground here. Mulberry fruit. That one's not quite ripe. But yesterday I spent a little bit of time collecting some mulberries, and I'm going to make some mulberry jam. Mulberry jam. The basic recipe for the mulberry jam is 350 grams of mulberries, 300 grams of sugar, and half a tablespoon of lemon juice. I've got about 1170 grams of mulberries. I got a little bit of under a kilo of sugar, and I've put in about 2 dessert spoons of lemon juice. Should have been about 1.5 tablespoons, I think. Dissolve it all. I'm going to go through and pick out all the mulberries. Some of them will still have stalks on them, like that one. So I want to cut the stalks off. Labour intensive. We'll get it done. I've also put a plate in the freezer to cool off. I'll need that for later. All the mulberries have been trimmed up with their little stalks now, and I've got them in here. There's a little bit of a stalk there, so I missed one. This is out and trim that up. But in there I'm just going to reduce it. Oh, hopefully sort of emulsify it a bit. Turn it into water, liquid, and keep on reducing it. While this is reducing a bit, I've just stuck in about half a teaspoon of Bundaberg ground ginger. It's powder. Cut up some butter and ginger, which is glaced, like it's got sugar coated. Just cut up the fine bits. I'll add them in towards the end. So this has been on a low heat for about 10 minutes. The sugar's still not dissolved. You can see that in the spoon. Some little crystals still on the spoon. It's going to keep on going until the sugar's dissolved, and this actually gets to boiling temperature, so it bubbles away. I've raised the temperature a little bit, and it's just simmering a little. It's been going like that for about 10 minutes. This is the plate I had in the freezer, and just pour a little bit on. What I'm looking for is a little bit of crinkling in that juice to tell me that the mixture has been reduced enough to set. I don't think it's quite there yet. Just going to cook it for about another 10 minutes. I'll clean this plate off and put it back in the freezer and come back again. I've also stuck in half of the glaced ginger as well. It's quite nice, just to help boost the ginger flavour in that mixture. As I mentioned previously, I'll stick the rest in when I'm satisfied this is in a position to be able to be bottled. Just in my second testing, got the plate back out of the freezer. Put some of the juices in there, give it a few minutes, and see if we get some wrinkles out of it. It's been cooking now for about an hour. First 30 or 40 minutes was not at boil, it was below simmer. And then I raised the temperature, so it was a rolling boil. Then I dropped it back down, so it's just like this at the moment. How far set you want the jam is really a matter for you. It still looks a little bit loose, and I cook it for about 5 more minutes. It is setting though. So I'm pretty happy with that. And on my test plate, so it's sticking to my finger, nice and easy. So as I say, I'm going to cook that for another 5 or so minutes. I've put the rest of that glaced ginger in there too for the last 5 minutes.